Well, I was lucky to end my mission in a city called Jacinto City, and that was the area where I had the most baptisms. So I got to end my mission with lots of baptisms. In the last couple days, I was able to go visit all of my recent converts, and it was a very hard experience to leave them after watching them grow and change so much and hoping that they would stay strong when you left. But I remember sharing my testimony with them and sharing my favorite scripture with them and just telling them how much I loved them and learned from them and what I wanted for them in their life, and that if I didn't see them again in this life, that I knew I would see them in the next. And I think every day driving home those last few days, I just would cry in the car, and my companions were crying, and we were all crying because I was leaving and I didn't want to go, and they thankfully didn't want me to go. And it was so hard to know I was leaving what I had known for 18 months and wasn't going to be a full-time missionary anymore. And those last couple days that last day in the mission home, it was cool to be with my my MTC companion again, and those other people that I had, sisters that I had gone out to the mission with, and to reflect on each other's experiences and the people that we had become. It was awesome and strengthening to see the growth and to know that we were all coming home and that we could still help each other to be strong and have those relationships and friendships continue to develop. And I remember leaving the mission home that morning. I was coming home, and it didn't feel like I was coming home. It felt like I was just going to go to another area, and we got to the airport, and it still didn't really feel real. And we said goodbye to our mission president and his wife, and that was kind of weird. But then getting on the plane, it was just weird. It didn't really feel normal. And I remember landing in Salt Lake, and when we stepped off the plane, my heart just started beating so fast. And I just started shaking, and we were all started to freak out at that point. And as we were walking towards the baggage claim where all of our families were standing, we had people, everybody was watching us and telling us that there were a lot of people waiting for us. And I remember coming down the escalator and seeing my family holding a big sign, and then I saw my mom. She just started running over to greet me, I guess. And I'll never forget that feeling that I had, and what a welcome home it was, and how nice it was to be back with my family that I had worried so much about while I was gone, and to know that everything was okay and everything worked out just fine. But coming home was hard. It was definitely an adjustment. I still miss the mission every day. I think about it and the people that I met there and the experiences that I had, and wish that I could go back and be with them. But luckily, with all the technology that we have today, we can keep in contact with a lot of those people and still have those memories and friendships growing. And I feel like my biggest advice for coming home was just, my mission president always put it, that when you're on the mission, you stretch like a rubber band, and when you come home, you have to decide which end you're going to let go of. And you just have to be determined to continue to live that gospel lifestyle and do those little things every day that make the difference and that help you to have the Spirit. And the days where I'm able to do that, I definitely see and notice the difference and know that I'm a lot happier and feel so much closer to the Spirit than the days when I start to let go of that missionary end. And so I know if we can all do that, then we're all going to be a lot happier and a lot better.